there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they have everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. A dump off now to Hill. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do when he's downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Henry running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get it down this time to 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Like the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This is caught. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders, nothing.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Come on. Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Throwing is Milton. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
70 Rangers. 70. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
That is caught. Still going inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Jackson. Goes to the right side here, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. And they'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Jackson going to keep it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Ravens.
Henry up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go now.
On first down, it's Genty. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Second and 10.
Get it. Cougar 19. Go.
Here's Milton now to throw. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
To throw is Milton. They'll try and save the screen to Genty. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good first down. Cardinals, the screen play gets them 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Right back to Genty on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Almost 7 yards. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Ravens.
To throw, it's Milton. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Trey Tucker from 13 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Ravens 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get?
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
26 yards.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
And the Ravens first down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Number 16.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jackson going to keep it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, 44 yards. And the Ravens take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point forthcoming. Now we've got a good one brewing. Burrow knotted up at 14.
Ties the game.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over their own 28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Let's go now.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around.
38-yard line.
Here's Milton. He'll drop this underneath for Jensen.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball, has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Okay, break. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play. From the 41, here's second down and 7.
10. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Cougar 19.
A run out of the gun with Jensen.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ready.
Now Milton.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
On the jump. Warriors 70. Ready. 70 Timberwolves.
Milton. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And caught it up. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the run. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll try to do this himself.
taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year and get replaced. We know it's an any-given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Second catch in this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him hit through there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target. And that's how he'll shred the defense.
He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
That was caught by Tucker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the give, Genty. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Milton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bowers. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Come on.
Genty will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score
Makes the score Raiders 21, Ravens 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 73 yards.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
51 yards, the gain on the play. That's good for a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Genty.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
13 yards on the play. That's another.
Back to throw. Milton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard
A
line.
give out of the gun to Genty.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Milton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Milton, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have moved out in front. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That one goes for 30 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Zay Flowers
with now his second touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
The kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On the give, Genty. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Once again, it's Genty. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Looking to throw. Milton. Open man is Tucker. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down.
A gain of 6. And a Raider first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a handoff to Genty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. AFC Championship tilt, third quarter play. This is second and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
Ready.
Back to throw. Milton. That's caught by Tucker. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
That's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Raiders
19 Tiger, 19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
30-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Looking to throw. Milton. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
60 Eagles, Panther 11, Panther 11.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Carlson able to put this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. That's good for 28 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
That's caught. It's Flowers. Now he'll go down the number for getting this inside the 30. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson now. He finds his man complete. That's Young. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Jackson going to change things up a bit.
At the 11-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. On the crossing route, complete. It's Young. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8.
So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
He sounded almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now a 2nd and 2. Jackson will throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead here now in the fourth quarter of this championship game.
His kick is
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they can't bring him down. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
I just want to rock. I just want to rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my how. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
We've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Short throw. And the ball comes loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I play?
Yeah, you play defense. I'll let you go.
That's a good shot. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
60, 70, 30.
Back to throw again. Now be caught by Shipley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Viking 18.
Throwing is Milton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
43-yard line.
Second and long. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
79 Broncos.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Ready,
well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. This is 1st and 10. A run. It's Jezzy. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
typically we think it's the strong safeties and the better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They'll come up now on second down.
Here we go. Set. Come on. 19. Go.
Here's Milton now to throw. They'll find McMillan here.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's third down. Back to throw. It is caught. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10. Back to throw. This is caught by McMillan.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 17-yard line.
Now second down and a few inches.
Get it. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
And now an audible here into something else.
Bronco 80.
They'll run with Genty. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
That's a local run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink. You can give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Here we go. First and goal. Off the option, that's complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. They'll come up first and 10 here. Throwing, Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
and just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. One last shot for Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Raiders, they are Super Bowl bound. Thanks for watching, and good night.